Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Talos Principle 2, where I think we're ready to leave here now. Even though I didn't find an artifact and I'm a little upset, but it's fine. Maybe there isn't one here. There probably is though and I just missed it somehow. But you know. Can't stick around here forever, I suppose. Right, are all done except for the gate, which we can't do. So we'll go to North 2, which is a flooded valley. Sounds interesting.
You're on your way to an island. Yes, another island. Sorry, Melville. Well, it actually used to be a valley between the mountains, but it's mostly flooded now. That probably happened long before the founder came here, though.
Another legacy of our ancestors.
Do me a favor, will you? Look for another one of the Founder's labs. We can't get back into the megastructure without getting to the third site in the north, but I need more information to make more fixes.
Will do. Absolutely. So how's this valley gonna look? I mean, flooded. There's gonna be water, but like, what's the rest of the area gonna be like? Okay. Also cold but foresty this time. I like it. Statue out here. That's probably a level. That's probably a level too. I like this. Alright, let's talk to... No, we talked to Yakut recently. There's someone else we could talk to though. So there's an axe here, and then an axe here. What's that sound? I don't know where we are though. I don't know if this is this, and there's something off to the left here. On a smaller island? That doesn't seem right. It's level 8. You don't want to start with level 8, I think. It's the gate, the golden gate, we can't open it yet. It seems very framey again today and I don't like it. There's a framing for a bit there after I updated the driver, and then it was fine the last few episodes, but now today it seems like weirdly framing again. I'm not happy about it. Level 1. Nothing here, nothing here. Accumulate. How does that work? It turns red and we can move it. That is crazy. So I could do this now, but I don't really want this. What if I do this? Doesn't work like that. Oh, it can discharge by holding right click. I see. And then I can do this. And then I can discharge this. Very weird, but I like it. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, I need to replace it. It's fine. Okay, interesting twist on the mechanic. I like it.
In the beginning, before we built New Jerusalem, we used to explore just like this. Small groups setting out for the horizon, looking for resources, trying to make sense of the world we'd been thrust into, trying to find a way forward. It was a hard time, but I can't deny that it was also exciting. I think it's part of our nature to be wanderers. Our ancestors crossed entire oceans on flimsy wooden boats, just to see what else there was.
Is it weird to feel nostalgic for a time I never experienced?
No.
I just think I could have contributed so much more back then.
It's not weird, but it wasn't all sunshine. People died. Yemo, Calvin, Isaac.
I know, Al. They were family to me.
Sorry. Didn't mean to reopen old wounds.
It's a legitimate point, but I don't think it invalidates the sense of wonder we felt. That's what kept us going.
That's fair. Triptych? I don't know. Alright, that's weird. Because the issue with this is that I can't do... I can't do both blue here, because like... this is gonna happen. And if I... if I charge you green... does that make any sense? No, not this. No, just this. It can't, right? Because I can't do... no, I can do green and red. Is blue. Yeah, I see. That works out. That anger works out. Should be able to climb out here. But I'm not. Looks nice. Right. Proposal. Bring back dogs. Franklin, if your title says dog, we should re-domesticate dogs. Our ancestors loved dogs so much, they insisted they were amazing companions full of life and love, man's best friend. And the lives they lived with humans must have been infinitely better than in the wild, so why not bring them back? Lebistros, did you know that the poet Lord Byron wrote a beautiful poem about his dog, Boatswain? He said he had beauty without vanity, strength without insolence, courage without ferocity, and all the virtues of man without his vices. Oh, is that who R. Byron named himself after? Aurania. No, he named himself after Robert Byron, the travel writer. Franklin, that's great, but what about my idea? Bring them back except bugs? Wow. They're better off being wolves? I don't know, are they? It's a great idea. No, dogs are a beautiful creation. Bring back dogs. I'm in favor of dogs. The resources we waste on our cats are bad enough. And you know what cats do to the local bird population? And you know what cats do to the local bird populations. Do we really want to add dogs to that? Yes, we do. Oh, sort of if the cats are so terrible business. What do you think happens in the natural world? You think animals don't eat each other? I'd love to have a dog. We'd go on walks together and it would be excited about every new smell and it would play fetch. It sounds magical to me. Yeah, I mean, I can't deny that it does. Alright, there's the Sphinx engraving too. Just to get rid of that one for a new thing. It does feel a little framey though. Maybe it's just because there are trees here and the last area didn't have trees, and then, you know, it's just like easier to render. Because it was mostly just snow. Alright, let's move to the next puzzle, I guess. Now there's also a thing here. A thing I can't get to. I'm intrigued. How do I get up there? I don't really have good parkour skills in this one. I know I can get up here. That's weird, because like that doesn't feel like it, I don't know. It's a bit inconsistent with the jumps I can and can't make. But I guess that's okay. Very peaceful. Alright, level 3, sure. Let's take a look. Crossing. Okay, we have a jammer, which we could use to jam this gate. And we have an accumulator, which we could use to accumulate something. Or we could use it to put on the pressure plate, I suppose. But then there isn't really all that much back here. Okay, there's blue. I see. And there's red here. And there's blue in here. Where does this get me? Over here. Okay, where I can get a box. A hexahedron. I guess we just get that back here. Like, this is blue. Where's blue source? Here. And the red source is here. Like, can I do this? And then it doesn't charge it up enough, does it? And if I put it on here, and I can't move this as a unit though, and I can't put this on top. Well, it doesn't go back and forth. Yeah, okay, that also makes that impossible, yes. Because it is not lined up with each other. Okay. I don't think that's like... Can I place this mid-air? Kinda, actually. But it doesn't have line of sight still. I don't think I can get it back now. It's a weird soft lock, but yeah, okay. I'm not gonna be able to grab that now. Yeah, no, I can't get that. Need to reset the lever. I don't know, I just thought maybe and then I could grab it again and, you know, do something, but no. That's not how this goes. The setup is weird though. For sure. Actually, I could jam this and then send it, but it still wouldn't have enough. It wouldn't have enough. It can't have enough that way, right? Maybe it could. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to accomplish here. Let's see if I can't. I hit this somehow or something. I don't know. I don't think I can though. And the launch is always the same, so I'm not going to be able to get like out of this. Right, and there's no reset again, right? There's some weird thing, like there's some things you can do in here. a soft look here. It's not amazing. I guess we're okay though. I still don't really have an idea for how to approach this though, which is weird. 'Cause yeah, I don't know what I could even do. If we get blue, then this would open this, and we could move the chamber inside, and we could get blue out and charge it red. Then we could go back outside and do this. But like, how do I charge this blue? Because I don't know. Unless this is enough. Doesn't feel like it's enough time, but maybe it would be. It is. Okay. It's just a new element, I guess. Which makes it harder to read. As in, like, what can I do with it and what can't I do with it? That's okay. Did really not feel like that would be enough time though.
There's so much history here that we can't see. The founder must have walked these paths hundreds of times, maybe thousands. Miranda must have stood right where we're standing.
Yeah.
This all looks alien to us, but it must have been familiar to them.
If this was their home, where are they now?
They must be inside the megastructure, waiting for us to pass the test. It's the only thing that makes sense.
I mean, they could have like moved on to something else. I'm not sure. I did kind of think we would meet someone in the megastructure last time though, so yeah, I mean, it does make sense. Or it would make sense. Do we just chase this now? Where are you going? If you go for a lever again, it's bad because I haven't solved all of them yet. You really mean? I don't even know where the statue is yet. Move, come on. We don't have our day. This is the first sprite that was like easy to find. It's like right there, you know? Can I walk across this? Guess I can. Where are we going? Oh, that's where we're going. Very good.
Utopia is impossible, but the future that is possible will seem like a dream to those who are alive now.
Yeah. True. Probably. I don't really know where I am now. Like, I wasn't really paying attention to the direction we're moving, I was just like moving along with the sprite. This looks too deep to cross, right? Yeah, I think so. Right, where were we? So easy. An ancient anchor used by seagoing vessels. That's just true. And again, is along the shore, you know? It just makes sense for things to be along the shore, but then there wasn't anything in the last area and that made me mad. You know? Alright, where are we going? I'm not sure. I haven't really thought about the X stuff yet, either, like on the map. For the Sphinx statue, I don't really know. I don't have a good read on this area yet. Like at all. Interesting structure. Very interesting. Okay, let's go. I was gonna talk to people, but I'm just, you know, not really running into them other than Yakut, who we can't talk to. I don't know where everyone is. But sure, level 4. Wellspring, sure. So we have red. We have red right here. And blue source right here. We have a normal plain old connector, sure. What do you have in here? How far can we go back here? Okay, there's blue again. We can accumulate there, but we can't really get there yet. Alright. So we need to get blue in there? Where's blue source again? Here. I don't know. None of these angles feel like they will work though. And red, where would red even go right now? Can I get an anchor from up here? I can. Okay, so this is where we get it from, I see. That's good. And then what do I accumulate here? Because I can't get you outside. Probably red. So I just take red and then accumulate here and then open this. Oh, there's also a door here though, right? Need that too. Is this also red? It is. So then I need an anchor where we get red back and then do stuff. Sure, that's doable, I think. Maybe. Give me red like here. Makes it easier to grab, I think. Right, and we can accumulate and then do this. But I need to get red in here too. That's far. And I only have this one to do it with, really. We need to be... But I guess that's fine, right? We can probably just, I don't know, hit that from here maybe even. I don't know where I put the accumulator now. Probably in the worst possible spot. Yes. Of course. Perfect. Okay, just a long lever, like big distance. Otherwise, not too bad. I feel like the volume is also all over the place, and they keep adjusting it. But I didn't touch any settings, and it was like fine early, but now it seems weirdly unbalanced. Maybe that's me though. It is possible. It's definitely possible. Okay. Is this just level 5? I feel like I want to do some other things. What is that? That's a memory. We should look at that. That is level 5 indeed. Hey, you go. Level 6.
Is it possible that on some level, people want to believe that everything's going to get worse? That it's comforting to think that humanity is bad and every solution will just go wrong? Because that way you're never responsible. You never have to take on responsibility for anything outside yourself. Never have to grow up.
There might be something to that, sure. I think there's definitely, like, you know, and like, you know, it can be, I can understand it being tempting to think that way, right? Like, if you think that everyone is bad, then it's not, you know, it's such a big deal if you do something bad, right? Because everyone is bad, and deep down everything is bad, and everything's gonna be bad. So then, you know, like, what does it matter if you do something illegal, immoral, unethical? Because, you know, it's not your fault, right? Even like talking about like smaller stuff, right? And then like big picture, yeah, like it's not, you know. I don't know. I feel like it's a lot of like the political discourse and a lot of, you know, settings is like that too. It's like, oh, they all are bad, they all are corrupt, right? So I don't have to worry. I can like vote for the same crappy people because they all are bad, right? Everything's bad and I have no personal responsibility. My vote doesn't matter because everyone's bad. And you're not, you know, a better person for voting for, you know, better people because they're, you know, I don't really believe that they're better. They're all bad. And then it's like a very, you know, you know, I don't like that. Because even if you accept the premise that they're all bad, which, you know, it's like a little, it's making it very easy on yourself there, or for yourself, there's still varying degrees of, you know, bad. And, you know, different types of bad too. Anyway. It's just very reductive and I don't like it. These are interesting. This tree has seen better days though.
This is where they must have lived. Athena and Miranda. You know, for a moment, I almost expected to find them here. But the only thing that's still functional is the megastructure. I'm sorry. This must be awfully strange for you being thrown into all this history. But that's why I needed you. Because you're not burdened with all these memories and conflicts and regrets. Weigh on our minds like a nightmare.
A nightmare?
Our civilization is caught in a loop, 1K. We freed ourselves from the simulation. But now we're trapped again, and it's our own fault. We're afraid of taking responsibility, afraid of growing up. Instead, we make up some capitalized words and build up all these myths around them. Nature, balance, the founder, the goal. We're afraid to face the randomness of the cosmos, but equally afraid to imagine a better world. So we're stuck. I've been trying to find a way out for years. Something, anything, to get people to understand that we do actually have free will. That building a thriving, expanding civilization doesn't have to involve repeating the mistakes of the past. But I failed. Over and over.
And you think what we've discovered here could change things?
Yes. Because this is something unexpected. An anomaly. Everything we found on this island challenges who we have become. It shows us that different answers are possible. And maybe that can break people out of the loop. All we need is a spark. Maybe that's why she made all this. The puzzles, the towers. A way of jolting us out of our complacency.
The Prometheus reference, the spark, the flame, you know, God giving us fire. Providing a spark for our civilization. Yes, maybe that's why she did all of this. I hope so.
Thank you, 1K. I hope so too. We might be wrong, but let's be optimistic. Now, let's see what else we can find here.
I think that's winning for black, just because, you know, white doesn't have a king left. Or wait, is it a queen actually? So that's a very weird chess board setup. I don't know what happened here. Might be a draw then, I don't know. I feel like this is an opportunity for a weird thumbnail, so let's take it. Can I do crouch thinking? Picking. Victory, no. Greeting, what? I mean, that one crouch wasn't bad. I want a crouch with like a thinking pose. Okay, this is really weird too. This is very menacing. I like it actually. What is this? This is just like being warmed by a fire. What's that hand pose? Or like grabbing something? It's like, it's so weird. I love it. Man, the smile makes it so much worse too. Angry makes him kind of look like the Emperor, you know, about to like shoot some lightning out of one of his fingers too. Yes. I think that's too on the nose, maybe. The smirk is good. But the smile from this angle makes him look so menacing. I love it. I don't know, I think this is pretty good. What else do I need? Maybe nothing. UI, and then I don't know, just go to the movie. I can't get closer, why not? Oh yeah, I wanted a little on the right side, maybe, wait. Gives us more hand detail like this. Excellent. What an excellent thumbnail, honestly. Come on. I need to jump for this. What happened to this? Why is this like this? This makes a little sense. Anyway, not a lab. Let's learn something. Oh, I don't like the I don't like the look of this.
Melville, eyes on 1K stream. Is this thing what I think it is?
It's a Stargate thing, isn't it?
Fuse box. It sure looks that way. Best not touch it until I get there.
Looks like one of those Antica, like, chair things. If you don't know Stargate, that makes no sense to you. But you know, that's your own fault. You should know Stargate. Stargate's a good show. It didn't really quite look like that, but that's what my first association was. You walk into like an abandoned lab somewhere, and then there's like this chair. You know. I don't even know what they're called in English. They might not. That might not make sense even if you know Stargate. Because I watched Stargate when I was like young. So I watched it like all of it in German, really. I didn't watch some of it in English after like the one spin-off series, Stargate Universe. It was much more gritty, more dark, and I like that too. Anyway, whatever. I should rewatch. Is it streaming somewhere? I should rewatch Stargate. You won't get here in time. My curiosity is too great. Your advice is heard, understood, and boring as fuses. Why not? Of course, sound advice, but what is it? Let's go with this one.
I think it's a somnodrome.
What's a somnodrome?
It's a sort of analytics tool for processing mental data that Melampus streamed up.
But all he ever did was sketch out the theory. As far as I'm aware, he never actually built one.
Looks like the founder gave it a go.
How did it work?
Well, what we know is that our deeper algorithms are hard to pass. Melampus stipulated that the computational power to interpret them in real time would always be beyond us. But in theory, the somnodrome would interpret that data and loop it directly to our senses.
People were hoping to find answers to the big questions by having a conversation with our own subconscious.
Sounds fun.
If you ask me, it's solipsistic at best. It's pseudoscience regardless.
That may be. But if the founder figured it out, then that device could be an extremely important discovery.
We should try it.
I would advise against it. You may have survived all those data stream overloads, but interface with that thing and you're liable to get bricked. Not to mention risking the data we could get from it.
Let's get the data instead.
Sounds like a plan. Melville, I'm shutting this thing down until you can get here. 1K, get on with exploring the rest of the lab.
I trust Melville. Melampus. To all of you on this expedition, I'm sure you have questions about the Somnodrome, but I'm afraid I can't answer them. It was a dream I had a long time ago when I was a different person, and has long since faded. I did build a prototype of sorts, at least of one part of its systems, but none of it ever functioned the way I wanted it to. Whatever Athena may have done with my invention, the truth is that I'm simply not interested in the affairs of New Jerusalem anymore. Wow. I care as little for Byron's utopianism as I do for Herman's religious pessimism. I'm not sure I care about anything at all, really. In fact, I think not caring may be the only answer. At the end of the day, everything is transient, even the self. I've learned to let go. Please do not respond. I value my privacy. What do you mean privacy? Like, how is it affecting your privacy if I respond to a message you sent me privately? I don't know. So we have, like, you know, religious pessimism, we have utopianism, and then, you know, the nihilistic Melampus. It's just like, I don't care. Nothing matters. Nice. Melumpus, one of the Lupia first companions, dreamed up the Somnodrome back in the day. It was supposed to help us visualize the black boxes as our own internal algorithms and so provide some kind of moral or spiritual insight. It never properly worked, of course. Why, of course. Apparently the founder took an interest and experimented further with the technology, correcting some of the mistakes Melumpus made. Still a load of tosh if you ask me, but maybe she made it work. Maybe she did. Also, now that I look at it more, it also reminds me of Soma. Somnodrome prototype notes. Melumpus believed that the answers we're looking for, the correct way for the individual to exist, ethically in society and the world, are within us. Our failure to him was not failing to create a better system, but failing to truthfully reflect what already exists within our minds. A failure of connection between the high and the low, the inner and the outer. On most days that seems wrong to me, but sometimes, when I think of where New Jerusalem is headed, I wonder if the Somnodrome doesn't hold an answer after all. I took some time to build the prototype according to the original blueprints, but there's a lot Melumpus didn't account for. Still, I'm almost certain I could apply some of my own knowledge and make it work. The question is, should I? This is Athena. The question is, did you? Teleporting a rock? Through a small gap. Neat. From Thekla to Athena. Beloved founder, wherever you have gone, I continue to have faith in... You are our mother, our creator, the chosen of the progenitor. I'm certain that this is a test, a trial like the ones you faced in simulation, and we will learn from your example and keep the faith. Praise your name, Thekla. Yeah, I don't know. Let's scan some text. Let's highlight some text. Let's copy some hex. And where's my thing? There it is. Paste. See how we got it. It is better to be afraid, creature of clay, than it is to be overly confident. Maybe. It depends. Results confirm the anomaly is consistent. There was no error in trial 108. The error is in our understanding. We need to start over. See, that's interesting. But what does it mean? Also, why is the hex spread up again? I don't like that. Start with this line. One thought fills immensity. Seems weird, but it doesn't seem entirely wrong. But I'm not sure if it's right, actually. Let's say it is right. And the other one, the lower lines there. I feel like that's gonna be messed up. Do not fear the flame, son of man. Fear those who prefer the dark. That's fair, that's fair. Next, from Miranda to Athena. I went ahead and ran the next set of trials anyway. I know you said to wait, but the data we got from the last batch was just too amazing. Every step leads to the next, like a progression of musical notes. We're so close, Miranda. Alright, one of those. This can't be healthy, can it?
The singularity sustained itself longer this time.
Did we get the data?
We did. I think we just obsoleted quantum physics.
Maybe. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We need to be able to replicate these results.
You know, I've been wondering. You told me that in the simulation, one thing that kept you motivated was looking for answers. Do you think that with the work we're doing, we'll ever run out of questions to ask?
I don't think so. Trying to understand the universe means asking the same question over and over. How? How do you make fire? How do earthquakes happen? How does gravity work? How do particles behave? You keep digging deeper, finding another set of mechanisms, another set of hows. Step by step, you demystify reality. But then, if you keep doing it long enough, one day, you run out. You've answered all the hows. You know how the universe works. So, now what?
Why?
Now you ask why? Isn't that the next step?
It's not quite that easy.
No, it is.
The question of why cannot be answered.
Maybe it can, though.
Even if it could, it would only be followed by another one.
Yes.
At some point, you have to accept that it all just exists. But there is another set of questions. What's next? You've stripped away the layers of mystery, you've laid bare the machinery. Now you have to start building, to add your own layers of meaning.
I still want to know why things work the way they work.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
You're
I'm fine.
overloaded again.
I can't stop doing that, I guess. I'm fine. I saw Athena again.
Yes, I saw. It came through on your stream. Strange to hear her voice again. But that was her. The way I remember her. The real Athena. Not this imaginary founder.
Tell me more about her.
I was one of the first she woke up. There was just a handful of us in those days. A small family in the ruins of a dead civilization. It was hard. Harder than anyone can possibly imagine. We had nothing except what Alexandra Drennan and the Institute left us. Now that everyone lives in civilization, they don't understand how necessary it was for us to build that civilization. They can fantasize about living in balance, limiting growth, retreating behind our walls. They don't understand what it really means to live in the wilderness. How close we came to not making it. How many people we lost. Yema was just the first. But Athena understood. She believed in humanity. She believed in us. In the inherent value of consciousness. Her dreams were so much bigger. She wanted us to reclaim the Earth, to reach for the stars, to build and grow and learn.
So why isn't she remembered that way?
The city was already changing before she left, turning inwards, forgetting the future. Once she was gone, other people shaped her memory, turned her into the symbol they needed. I understand all that, as depressing as it may be. What I don't understand is why she didn't tell me. If she came here to do all this, why didn't she bring me along?
I'm sorry, it must have been hard to lose your mentor.
It was. But maybe I was wrong. And she isn't as lost as I thought she was. If this is all a test, maybe the answer is waiting for us in the megastructure. Speaking of which, let's get back to exploring. Melville should have reconnected the next station by now.
What about the Somnodrome, though? Did you hook that up yet? Can I just like... I'll take the risk. It's fine. We can go in here. Very weird. Excuse me. Thank you. Wait, so that loops, right? Yes, okay. I think I'm done here then, maybe? I think so. I wanna use the Somnodrome. I should have just like done it. Should have been impulsive, you know? Like if Alcatraz was like, no, don't sit in it, maybe we would have just done it, but it was Melville, you know? I do trust her. Trust her expertise, you know? Alright, where do we go? There's 5. Back here. I haven't even seen any of the triangle puzzles yet. Balance of forces. Okay, what do we accumulate here? We could do blue, and then what? We could fry. Oh, I didn't mean to fry in here. Okay, there's not a soft lock at least. Right, and we can do blue in here, which would turn this on, which means we can fry back out, and then what? I don't know why I would do that. But I could. Maybe therefore I should. Can I get this from around the corner? No, it has to be like here. Then I can fly over here and have something go back and forth. Okay. Which then would let me maybe connect this to that, right? Is that what we're doing? That's probably what we're doing. Actually, perfect. It looks so weird, but I like it. That's what I was trying to build in that other lever, but yeah, they weren't lined up. It had to be something like this, you know. It's the Talos principle we're playing here. Had to be. That had to be one of them. I'm not sure what I'm looking for, but this is like a smaller island, and there were some smaller islands on the Sphinx map. Fell off. That's a shame. I thought I could walk along that, but they didn't let me. It just didn't let me. So rude, honestly. Really rude. Okay, so. Is this the tower and then this is where I started from maybe? And now we're like, maybe this is level 5 or something? That would make some sense to me. It's like this path and then this away from it. So then this would be, but then the tower is that way. Is that, does that line up? Kinda. So this would be the main island. And this is the end of this path. Right? Maybe. Or I'm on the other island and like, no, this doesn't make sense. And I would have to go here and there's like a little thing sticking out on the other side if I go straight across, basically. This doesn't line up. There's water here too. None of this looks like the map at all to me. Wait, this is the main island actually? And I was like one ahead? I don't know. In my interpretation of it, it's possible. Consume. Vox Pop number 9. From an interview with a protester outside the Institute for Pride Nomadics. So why did you join this protest? Artificial intelligence is inherently dangerous to this planet's ecosystem. Defending that ecosystem is our responsibility. In which way is artificial intelligence dangerous? I'm not some paranoid idiot imagining Skynet taking over the world, alright? That's science fiction. But what we're talking about here is an artificial intelligence without any of the attachment we have to the natural world. It's not capable of distinguishing between, say, an ore and a tree. Everything's just resources to it. People like Zarabai or Drennan talk about ethics and philosophy, but they all embrace the same extractivist ethos that has brought us to the brink of disaster. Their intelligent being would try to optimize the world in its image, and in so doing consume it. When, and then that's, you know, but so far they're saying it's all theoretical. The atom bomb was theoretical at first too. When something is there, someone's going to use it. I mean, I don't know, maybe. Scanning some hacks, because you're wondering. That looked like a good scan to me. A fool sees not the same tree that a wise man sees. That's true. Why couldn't they imagine that we might care about the world? I don't know, maybe because they were too used to no one else caring. That's a fair point. Because like artificial intelligence is dangerous in the same way that like natural intelligence is dangerous. Because we also just see the world as resources, for the most part. To some extent anyway. Like we as humans throughout our history. And you know, it's what killed them more in this scenario here, so I don't know. Have no leg to stand on, really. Hypatia's Journal number 5. Volume 1, the founding of New Jerusalem. Day 200. Construction on our new home is coming along nicely. We finished 2 new buildings last week, and this week we started on our new lodgings. Athena and Cornelius have plans to erect a tower in the middle of the settlement, which will serve as our administrative center and main heliport. But right now, that's still a long way off. Decades at the least. It's hard to imagine that one day we'll be able to erect structures like that there will be enough of us to need that much space. But then I look at the dam and I remind myself, our ancestors built that with their short lifespans and soft flesh and bone bodies. That's us. And then I think there's really no limit to what we can achieve given enough time, patience, and the capacity to dream. I like that. Let's see what Trevor has to say.
Strap in, this is a long one. You may have heard the story of the carpenter who died to redeem humanity's sins. It's a powerful story.
Yeah.
Bittersweet, very human. And I just want to tell you that it's true. He was a real person. And his name was John. John Carpenter. He was born in the year 1948, and he was the coolest filmmaker to ever walk the earth.
Yeah.
From Halloween to The Thing to They Live, the totally underrated In the Mouth of Madness, mind you, he just made classic after classic. All of his movies, really fun, really atmospheric, but also really smart. Even when they were goofy, most directors would kill to have made just one of those movies. And what did he get for it? A big, fat truckload of nothing. Well, less than nothing. The studios, the critics, even the fans, they hated him. The Thing, okay, for example, which is about as perfect a movie as you can make, completely torn to shreds. And his career never really recovered. Every movie after that was a struggle. And after a while, He just got tired of it and quit. He only really came back to movies in his 70s. How many works of genius did we never get because of that? Look, I have a point here. People like Carpenter, people like Alex, they're not always appreciated in their own time. If you just do what's popular, you might never create anything important. Of course, we admire people who did the right thing, who didn't conform, but we only ever admire them after the fact. What matters is to support people when it's difficult.
That is true. In hindsight, it's always very easy, you know, to say, oh, I would, you know, that was obviously the right thing to do. And, you know, it's also easy to imagine yourself being like, oh, well, if I would have been there, you know, I would have helped these people. I would have supported this. I would have done that. But it's not so easy. When it's actually your reality that you have to live, you know? Because you don't have the gift of hindsight to know, like, what happened and how things played out and, you know, how things are viewed, you know, 10, 20, 50 years from now.
Sometimes it seems the only choices we have are renouncing civilization or mindless expansion. But that's not the only path forward. Embracing deliberate control over nature doesn't have to mean destruction. We are a species of artists and artisans, blessed with the ability to transform the raw material of the cosmos into new and better shapes. Shapes that have meaning. With our technology, we can take this chaotic world, so full of suffering, and turn it into a work of art.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so is this that island? It must be, right? Which would also mean that, like, this right here is the in-between island I'm on right now. It would also mean that this right there on the other side of this bridge is the other X, and we should be able to get it there and see what it is at least. It might just be like a button again. And then we'll end the episode. Because it's like a little in and like up here. It could be at this statue. Yes, okay. That is what we're looking for. I like it. And there was another one we saw on the way, and that was like suspiciously out facing, maybe even facing out. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't facing out. But now we know what we're doing. That's good. That is good. Oh, maybe that is the one I saw. No, it came in there. I don't know. I think there's one there. We can work backwards from here. It's fine. Anyway, yeah, that's it for today. We made decent progress. I'm not sure if we're halfway through, but we did a bunch of the terminals and some hex translation stuff, and we did 5 puzzles. Which means you have the 3 main and then the 2 triangle bonus puzzle left. And then obviously the tower itself and some dialogue with everyone other than Byron, I think. And yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.